Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Chronic Health Collective MasterClass 2025. I'm Kristy Johnson, and I'm so excited to see you all here today. I'm joined by my fellow collectivites, Amanda Beth Johnson and Don Omalza. I have such trouble with your name. And they're here to give me some support with my little plan for today. But before we jump into the shenanigans, I kind of thought it might be a good idea for me to give you guys some history. You've seen me on the show, and I talk about the way education needs to shift all the time, but maybe I should let you know how I came to this, because I started teaching in the early 80s, and I'm giving away my age, girls. And it was not always a fun experience. My very first classroom was a kindergarten room, and I walked in and I was replacing a teacher that was having to leave because she was ill. And I walked in, introduced myself to her. She said, "Oh, you're my replacement. Hold on, I have to go to the bathroom." She left, and she never came back. And just left me there in a room full of kindergartners. And I was a newbie. I didn't know what I know now. I didn't know how to manage that. So the teacher next door heard the screaming and chaos coming from the room. Part of it was me. And came over and helped me. And I watched that woman organize those kids, and she handed me a book and said, "Read to them, and then after you're done, take them outside for recess." So I did. And then she took me and helped me that first week of figuring out where is everything and learning their names and all that kind of fun stuff. So that was quite a trial by fire from my very first. And then over the years, as I kept teaching, I also tutored at a learning center that specialized in kids with learning differences like dyslexia, ADD, dysgraphia, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the woman that ran that center was a master. And I just absorbed information and ended up with that, armed with that knowledge, becoming a resource teacher, so that I worked with those kids and ended up frustrated and just as watching these kids struggle. And here I'm getting from the side of the pressure from the other side of, you have to teach the curriculum, you have to get through these lessons, you have to do this, you have to do that. And I'm seeing the kids, and they weren't able to move that fast. They weren't able to absorb it. They were getting more and more frustrated, and the parents were frustrated. And who gets blamed? The teachers get blamed because we're on the front lines and we're the one they see. It's a really, really vicious cycle that is completely and totally, one, unnecessary, and two, by design. I have come to the realization that it is very much by design to keep everybody struggling. And I really came to that in the 90s when I saw them pull all phonics from the schools, and they switched over to whole language, which was essentially, look at this picture and guess. Well, okay, if you hold up a picture of a tree with the word tree under it, what are the kids going to do? Are they going to read the word tree, or are they going to say the name of what they see? They're going to say tree because they see the picture. And then you hold up a picture of the number 3 with the word 3. Okay, well, yay, we get it. But then do it without the picture, and the kids have no phonetic knowledge of how to decode that word. So, little teacher speak here. Phonics is the absolute number one most foundational tool in reading that there is. It is which is why they stripped it away. Because if you don't have that, you can't build a house without pouring the foundation first. Otherwise, it's just going to fall down. And that's what happens. And then the kids get pushed through. They can't read. We're doing the same thing over and over again. Another vicious cycle. And who gets blamed? Oh, the kids get blamed. The parents get blamed. The teachers get blamed. Everybody gets blamed except the culprits, which are the people who are establishing these curriculums to improve reading, which are not doing the job. So I had this, Amanda, you'll know, I had a very woo experience. I went to a channeler who at the time lived in San Diego. I lived in San Diego, and his name's Lee Carroll, and he channels Cryon. And I had the opportunity to ask a question. So I walked up there and I said, how do I get through to these kids? And he looked at me, and I'm telling you, I almost got knocked over by how powerful the energy was coming at me. But he only said one thing to me. He said, it doesn't matter what you teach them. It only matters that you're present with them. I was in tears, crying, running back to my seat. People around me were comforting me and I think they misinterpreted that I was releasing a really big thing of, oh my God, my intuition has been telling me what I want to do with them is right. And I was fighting it because of the pressure. So I shifted and I just started being present. And I slowed everything down. And the change was almost immediate with the kids. They started looking at me. They started focusing on me. They started engaging with me. They started feeling safe asking questions. And of course, someone asked me a question. I never, ever go to the place of, oh, that's not on the point. It's like, let's go there. Let's see what happens. Let's expand. And it shifted everything. So as the years have gone by, I got really rebellious and went out and found myself a program that actually works that I call Extreme Phonics, have made it my own. And that's what I built my Barefoot Learning Club around, to give kids and parents, because young parents these days, you guys are all victims of whole language. So you don't know, how do people know how to teach their kids if they didn't get it in the first place? It's not possible. So now that brings me to my little shenanigans for today with my friends Amanda and Dawn. And I decided that what would be really great in this masterclass is to stop talking about this and actually show you guys an example of how it works. So that's what we're going to do. But I have to do a little test first. So ladies, is this forward or backward for you?
It's forward.
Okay.
It reads correctly.
Yay. Okay, good. All right.
Of course, I'm dyslexic, so who knows it.
Even better, because Amanda, as you as a dyslexic person, this is really great. What I do works for dyslexic kids very well because it takes away all the guesswork. So I am going to teach you guys my lesson for today. Our lesson for today, kids, is the forgotten schwa. But before we start the lesson, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about something. I want you to think about yourself as a very young child, about 5 years old. And I want you to try to remember how you felt about going to school for the first time. Were you excited? Were you anticipating being a big girl and getting to go to school and learning all this stuff? And how did you feel? And what did you want to happen? And what did you imagine could come from that as a child? And now I want you to go to where you're experiencing school. How do you feel? Was it everything you imagined? Is it fun? Is it light? Do you have lessons that you really love to learn? Or is it dark? Is it boring? Is it too slow or too fast? Or do you feel bored or frustrated or like you want to cry? Do you feel heard? And then as you move through the years, did those feelings increase? Did they stay the same? Did they decrease? How did you feel and what was your experience? When you graduated, were you excited, like the world's at your feet, or were you just, thank God school is over? Where were you? So I want you to remember those feelings right now. And now I want you to pretend that you can open your eyes. You pretend you guys are 5 again, and you're in my kindergarten, Miss Chris's kindergarten class. And I just want you to go with it like you're a child. And just whatever your reactions are, talk to me and communicate, okay? So, okay, class, we're going to learn the schwa sound today. So we have learned all the phonics about the vowels. So we know that already in our class. But there's this really strange vowel thing that can happen to vowels. It's called schwa. Say schwa with me, you guys.
Schwa.
Isn't that a funny word? Schwa. and if I put a hat over my head, that's a clue that maybe there's a schwa there. Okay. So if you see the hat, think schwa. Now I'm going to show you a word, and the word that we use, the most used word in the whole English language is the. So that E is saying Do you know what? Can you guess why that E is saying Why do you think? Any ideas?
It has a schwa.
It's a schwa. Yes. Good job. Good job. It's a schwa. So we're going to put the little hat over the E to remember. Oh, my pen. There we go. To remember that it's a schwa. Okay. Excellent. Good job. Okay. So that's the definition. The only thing a schwa does is it changes whatever vowel it is to the sound. Say with me, guys. So schwa is a okay, that's all it is. So if we know that, that's going to help us read words. Okay, so we're going to play a little game, and we know so we're going to play a little game, you guys. We're going to read a sentence, and we're going to see if we can find how many schwas there are in this sentence. Okay, I'm going to read it with you so you can hear me. Okay, Amanda loves her panda. He eats bananas. Okay, so now you guys can talk out loud. So I want you to talk out loud, play with the sounds. Let's start and see if we can find the schwas. Okay, does anyone want to try? No, should I go first? I'll go first. Okay. All right. I'm going to start with the word loves, even though it's not in order, because I'm going to challenge Amanda on her name. So I'm going to say loves. Do I hear the sound in there? Yes.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do?
Put your hat on.
Put your hat on. Okay. So now we've got that one. We know we've got that one. Okay, Amanda, you want to try your name? You can do it slow.
I think it's just the first and last A's that get hats.
Well, let's try it. So the first is man.
Da.
Good job. Nice job.
I get 2 hats.
You get 2 hats. You perfect. Okay, Dawn, do you want to try? You want to pick a word, any word? Well, not any word. There's some that don't have any schwas.
Let's go with panda.
Okay, how many schwas do you hear in panda?
1.
Which one?
The DA.
Yes! Woohoo! Nice job! My kindergarten class is the best class ever in the whole world. Okay, Amanda, you want to try another word? Do you see another word in there?
I think bananas is the next one that would get schwabs.
Okay.
Banana. So only the last A.
Okay, so nuz would be the last syllable. Do you agree, Dawn? Do you hear the schwa?
I think
Nuz.
I think ba is another one, right?
Oh yeah, I'd have to agree.
Oh, right. Good job. You guys are teaching each other. I love that. It makes my job so much easier when you guys work together. Okay. So, all right. So we have a total. Did we find 6 schwas?
Yeah. Yeah.
We did. Nice job. You guys did a perfect
All
job.
right.
Perfect. Now give yourselves a hand. Woohoo! We are rocking this. We're only in halfway through kindergarten, and you guys are already doing this. Would you like to try another sentence?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Let's try this one. I'll read with you, and then we'll figure it out. Okay. The parrot's
Parrots
kingdom
ate
ate
pasta
the
and soda.
soda. Okay, good job. Okay, so who wants to go first? Amanda.
I'll take parrot, and I'll
Okay.
say the first A gets a schwa,
Is it
and the O
parrot?
no.
No, it's parrot.
Parrot.
So that's a long A sound because it says its name there. So try again. Try again. That's okay. We make mistakes, and that's a good thing. Why is it a good thing, you guys?
Because we get to learn from mistakes.
Because we get to learn. So now we know
So
it's not the A.
But the ought, so the ah.
Parrot. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yay.
The O gets it. Woohoo. Okay. All right, Dawn. What do you think?
Kingdom. So the dumb is
Yes.
schwa.
Yes. Yes. Do you guys know what vowel is in the first? What sound did we hear there? Ing.
Ing. It's an I.
It's a short I. Yes, it is. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, but let's stick to the schwa. That was just a little bonus question. Okay, Amanda.
We'll go for pasta. So the first A, and the last A, the pasta.
Is
Both
it?
get ahs.
It's not So can you hear? Some people can't hear the difference there. So let's practice that for a second. Drops your jaw down.
Okay.
Your mouth goes out.
Oh, so it's pasta. So it doesn't get any.
Pasta.
So the last one.
Yes, good job. All right, I knew you had this.
You were part of that part that had no phonics.
That's no, and you're dyslexic, and so this is an aside for adults here, shifting into adulthood here. That is a significant thing. We have to really work on the auditory to support when there's a dyslexic thing, because that's a visual thing. Teacher moment. Okay, back to class. Dawn, you want to pick a word?
Soda. So the DA is a schwa.
Yes, it is. Nice job. Nice job. There's one more. Anybody want to guess what it is?
The.
Yes. Yes. The most often used word in the English language. And so when I tell people the is not a sight word, it is not a sight word. It is a phonetic word, but they take away the knowledge of schwa, and it puts all the pressure on you kids to memorize everything, which no, it's not. It's the teacher's job to teach, not trick. Okay, so now we're going to shift. We're going to play another game, and this game is called schwa or no schwa. So I have randomly mixed up these cards. The first one, though, is a gimme because I'm playing with you guys. So say schwa or no schwa.
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 Right. Okay. I just mixed them all up. So okay.
Schwa.
Schwa.
Yes. Yes. I'll save it. Okay, let's try this one.
No schwa.
Let's read
Schwa. Ma is one.
Oh,
aroma. There's
Oh, two.
two. Yes. Amanda, it will help you to say them out loud.
okay.
And in my class, say them out loud because we don't sit down, be quiet, and do what we're told in our class. Okay.
No schwa.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm going to read it really slow. Ready? Ne
Oh.
sa seri.
Also two schwas. Yeah.
It's one. It's the second one. The first one is actually a short e. Ne,
Sa.
Yeah.
Okay.
ne, short e.
Two.
Sa. There's the schwa. I know that one was a challenge. That one was
Hey,
a
man.
challenge.
Hey,
Okay.
Kristy, you're like triggering some child limiting beliefs.
I was
here.
going to say, yeah, I'm just like scared.
And this is my calling in life, is to bring this to kids and adults that had it all stripped away. It's why I'm on my high horse again. Creating an illiterate society starts with taking away the foundation.
Right.
And the other thing is, how would you guys learn this if I was sitting here yapping at you?
Yeah.
So, but let's play a couple more here.
Okay.
Say it out
No
loud.
schwa.
Yeah.
No. And
It's a short A, so it's an A. So it's no
Yes. Okay, one more word. This is a tricky one.
dolphin. So dolphin. Schwa? The doll?
Yeah, the O.
Well, some people do say dolphin, but I think it's actually a short O.
Dolphin.
Dolphin. Yes. And that's why vowels are so tricky, you guys, but you rocked it. I am so proud of you.
All right.
You're the best class in the whole world, and I love you all. You're my darlings. Okay. Now, I want you guys started to say things like this was triggering. They're posting that. So I would like to ask you now, though, how do you feel if you were a child, or just as now as who you are as adults? How do you feel?
For me, it just creates more awareness when I'm interacting with other people. It's like someone would say something out of the ordinary and we kind of chuckle at it, but it's really a deficiency in their learning and they really don't know it. And so we have to be very gentle with people and know that, they've had not the greatest educational experience and they just need to be taught.
And it wasn't their fault.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
Yeah. Excellent. Nice. And how do you feel like experiencing? Did you feel supported or
Oh yeah, I think even from just my own childhood, there were many moments that I felt so defeated and out of place. So yeah, I would have loved to have more of a structure like that. Yeah,
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, Dawn.
you're welcome.
How about you, Amanda? My dyslexic 5-year-old.
I think that having the immediate feedback is huge instead of being sent on a task and go do this and go figure it out and come back, and having all the misdirection and the miscues. And I think that, like Dawn says, it's not that people are uneducated. I think that it just shows how many people have been miseducated, and I don't think that, teachers intend for things to go the way they do, but that I guess that's what I look at the whole homeschooling thing just really blooming. And I feel I used to think that homeschooling, coming from a social worker perspective, was not always the best answer, but I just see that we need to put more care back into the education process, and being able to access a program like yours where people can learn at the pace that they need to, and they can get that care and that support to build that basic foundation, I think is incredible, because there's a big gap missing for so many people.
Yeah. And how did you feel? Did you feel supported?
Oh yeah, absolutely supported. And it was okay to make a mistake, and that through those mistakes it increases the learning, and yeah, and the not sit down and shut up, because that doesn't teach a lot. It gives you the opportunity to actually experience it, rather than, like I say, go off and figure it out and come back and tell me what you came up with.
Yeah.
So after you build it all, then we can tear it down and tell you how you were wrong. There's a lot of no, it was great to learn it together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's really unfortunate. I'm so anti the tricking thing. It has to be loving, supportive, and fun. And then if we expanded this and you guys, I let you then go out and play, you guys would make connections. And what typically would happen is they run back in after recess and tell me all the things they figured out, because movement makes the connections start happening.
Mhm.
And I love that. I make a whole thing out of that too. So that's my, that gives you a taste of what I'm trying to do with Barefoot Learning Club for all of you people who've heard me. If you have kids now and you're homeschooling, or the kids are in regular school, I do have the foundational phonics program up on my website, barefootlearningclub.com. Finally.
Don't rush perfection. No.
Yes, progress, not perfection. Exactly.
That's right. And I guess that just shows there's even room for adults to learn.
Yes.
Don and I are both educated professionals,
Yeah.
and yet we have room to grow and to learn even on the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was all taken away. And the school says they started stripping things away in the 40s. So none of us, I mean, unless you were a natural reader, it was a tough go. So I hope you enjoyed that. I do thank you, ladies, so much for joining me on my masterclass and helping me out. It made it so much better. And I also have one announcement for everybody. Our one of our presenters today, Jessica Hammock, has taken ill and won't be available to do her slot today. So she will be on instead next Friday at 1:00 Central Time. So that would be 11:00 Pacific, 12:00 noon Mountain, and 2:00 p.m. Eastern. And today in her place will be Jose Barzola. So just so you know, we had a little change due to illness. So just that's what happened. And life happens. We got to roll with it. So ladies, do you have any final thoughts or feelings to share about your experience today? Or
Amanda, can you just do a quick declarative statement that you do with your practice for theta healing to just remove whatever trigger that happened right now?
So let's remove, and this will be for anyone so in theta, you just say yes to the work and you'll receive it if you're catching it live.
Mm-hmm.
Or on the replay, it'll be there for you. So let's remove the obligation to misunderstand education. Let's remove that fear of education and the fear of growing. Remove what prevents us from learning and growing and continuing to build on our skills. And let's forgive ourselves. We're going to do the forgiveness to ourselves for not knowing any better. And we're going to forgive those teachers who didn't know any better and do better.
Exactly.
And
Love it.
Creator.
Yes.
All right. We'll do that.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the 2025 Chronic Health Collective Masterclass. And stay tuned. We'll be right back.